the same client, for what it's worth, like the value. So I'm just sharing these stories so you understand how impactful this is and how important it is to get this dialogue going. We had a client told me they won't pay any higher than X. That X happened to be, I'll say $595,000 for a certain home. That happened, in any event, in my talking to them, not the agent, in my talking to them, so, well, what do you think other people will be bidding? He said, probably around the same. So, what if you just, I think the list price was that $595,000. And the house had been on the market just a little bit longer than a day. So I suggested,
That well?
yeah, but they volunteered to me right up front, they won't offer more than this. So, why don't you just offer? So, they said no. I said, why don't you just offer, just round it up to 6? They said, okay, we can do that. Good. They didn't even hesitate. Now, my agenda, I don't benefit from, I'm not upselling them on a house. I wanna see them win the bid, really. There's actual, it's fun in the hunt, I guess, I don't know why, but I wanna see them win the bid. Of course, I would get a loan at that point, so it's self-serving. In the end, we did all of the stuff we're talking about here. And this is the stuff I talk about is talking about excess deposit, talking about have that bona fide underwriter's approval, talking about, these are all the things we did with this particular client. Excess deposit, not just saying it on a contract and presenting it on a piece of paper. I submitted, with the client's permission, a copy of their asset statement. I blacked out their account number, and we submitted that. And by the way, the agent they were working with, Marshtown area, not familiar with any of this stuff either. So I coached them all through this. And I said to them, you wanna have the problem. And they said, I also did the pre-approval for $700,000 or $800,000, even though they're only offering 6. Unorthodox. Most of what I'm talking about is unorthodox. Doesn't mean it's wrong, it's just different. Different and unorthodox doesn't mean it's wrong. In this case, it's better. Well, what if the seller thinks we can offer more? Well, we're in a multiple bid situation. Wouldn't you like if the seller were to call you back, if you're one of the top offers, and the seller happens to call you back, or calls your agent back, and gives you an opportunity to amend your offer or tweak your offer a little bit, wouldn't that be a good problem? Yes, it would be. Right, if you're that close, let me know how close I am and let me make up the difference. They wanted to get the invitation to the party as opposed to not being asked at all. So we pulled out all the stops. We showed the strongest offer that we reasonably could. And they did in fact get the call back. They were close. They ended up winning that bid and they were comfortable with $620. They were happy with it, comfortable with it. Even though they said to me at one point, we won't pay more than $595. Once they got into it, they realized that the $5,000 difference was negligible, right? The difference in the payment for their mortgage. So we talk about price. People get stuck on the price sometimes. I don't disagree, price is important. People don't want to overpay. Whoever wants to overpay. But if it's a house you're going to be in for 10 or 20 years with a family, at $5,000, it's a difference of not even $25 a month, $10,000, $45 a month. And at their incomes, that was negligible. So just going through that mental exercise with them. And it's about a mental exercise in many cases, getting them to feel comfortable. Are they comfortable with making their best offer? They might have the ability to, they may want to, but they still need to be comfortable. And that's one of the things that Rick and I help bring, to your point, we help them get to that point where they can be comfortable with using all the things at their disposal. This couple had a lot of things at their disposal. And so, I also called the listing agent, did my pitch, reiterated to the listing agent, even though my letter clearly said it's been through underwriting already. I still had to reiterate that to the listing agent. So they did in fact get that bid, and they're happy.
Question about the difference between the excess deposit and the seller's concession, because there's all these different ways, and we just did something to help my client get their offer accepted with the seller's concession instead of the excess deposit, so they got it done, so.
Completely different animal.
Right.
That more of a benefit to the buyer. I'm gonna come back to that.
Okay.
for those that wanna stick around. It's 11 o'clock. I have one other thing I wanted to share. I'll be 5 more minutes. Would you mind
Lights off?
turn that power? I'll get
The
both.
lights off?
If you all wanna stick around and ask some more questions, I'm here. Rick's here. I just wanted to show you one of the tools that we've been talking about. Who has signed up for Agent Advantage? Okay,
I like this line. This is it.
Agent Advantage, I'll get there. Anybody?
Carmelo, you know his password?
Probably does.
Realize that there's properties, this is separate.
Oh, for love of Mike.
This is like us trying to unlock a door with 4 people watching us.
Yeah.
It's like the hardest thing.
I guess I didn't update it.
Oh, I'm talking about the key. It's like no one knows.
Oh,
the key.
no, not this one. It's for the deadbolt. Ah, it says back door.
You have 1,500, you can sell yourself.
Carmela's behind. Those are probably just the unread ones.
Oh my God.
How do I get this large on the screen? Come on.
Double click it.
Oh, thanks, who said double click? Thanks, Jess. All right. I can't see both, so I took my glasses off. Yeah, we're a big company. Nationally recognized, sure. These are all selling points if you're talking about guaranteed rate. You know, I've mentioned in the past that, I joined guaranteed rate because I saw that they were going places. They haven't let me down. We are one of the top 5, retail lenders in the nation. Our brand name, I'm hoping our brand name is going to help you as well. That's why we did the billboard up on 206. Mortgage calculator. So before you leave today, I'd say this is a must. You have to get signed up for, or figure out how to get signed up for the Agent Advantage. Now this calculator, if you don't have it yet, I would like you to, if you think what I can offer is of any value, you should have my mobile app on your phone so that you can share it with potential clients. Cologne, that's how he did it. He took the initiative. He knew his clients had mortgage questions, they needed mortgage help, and he had those discussions that I was coaching him on. He didn't wait for me to then reach out. He took the initiative and sent my mobile app, shared it, the share feature, to his potential clients, and they used the mobile app to fill the information in for themselves. So he didn't have to wait for me. You all don't have to wait for me. If you've got somebody that's interested, ready, willing, if they're interested at a minimum, you say, I'm gonna share this app with you, and I'll connect you with Keith Tatum. You can do that right off the bat. Sometimes I intentionally don't give somebody a business card. I just give them, the meeting, the open house with Chris, I didn't give people my business card, I texted them my mobile app. So those, all 3 people, through their conversations, allowed me, they gave me their cell phone number on the spot, and I texted them my mobile app.
Keith, do you do that at the new agent training, or Carmel, is this something that you send out when I do the new agent announcement?
Keith has it on his new agent, and then, right now, that's on, anyone who has the Agent Advantage account, those are the same thing that you did on the mobile device you have on desktop,
Right.
that
Is
he's
there-
showing you now.
So you give that to them when they're in their training with you,
I've been,
as we
I
announce
dropped
the
the ball.
new agent.
yeah, I
It's
dropped the
in-
ball in
it's
not
in the
making
App
sure they
Store.
did it right on the spot.
It's
Okay.
right
So
on the
that's
first
not
page.
good.
I think you don't even have to sign into your
Yeah, I
account.
just
say, what about the old agents?
We resend it out,
Yeah.
So right on
Yeah.
the
Right then.
first
to
page.
everybody,
Send
just
you
so
off.
they have
As
it?
soon as you
Yep,
turn
so,
off agents,
but Carmela does send it out,
.rate.com.
right after my meeting, I
Right.
have Carmela send it
I
out.
think it's probably a good idea to do it when
On
I
the
make
spot.
the announcement for the new agent, send it out, so by the time you do your training, they're at least
Don't
have
have
an
it.
opportunity to know what it
Yep.
looks like.
Okay,
So the mortgage calculator is a huge
Thanks.
tool. You know, I know I said I'd spend 5 minutes. If you wanna go, by all means, I won't be offended. One of the things that I've explained to some agents is if you don't answer their mortgage questions, think about this for a second. If you don't answer their mortgage questions or find a path for them to get their answers, where are they going to go? When they leave the house, do they have questions about financing? They do, at some point. Whether, as they're walking in the house or they're walking out of the house, especially if they like the house, the next thoughts are, how do we go about making an offer? How's my financing gonna work? If they don't already have all of their answers, where are they going to get their answers if not from you? And if not from me? They're going online or they're calling someone else. One of the concerns and things that I've seen, if they go online and they hook up with a mortgage company, perhaps local, maybe it's not us, that other loan officer, guess who that other loan officer works with? It's not me and Rick, they work with other realtors. So when you let them leave and you don't answer their questions, they're gonna seek answers elsewhere. They're gonna seek answers from friends, family, and the internet. Friends, family, and the internet, they're all gonna know someone else that's not you. They're gonna say, call my person. You're looking at homes, oh, you should call my person. So you're also doing yourself a disservice by not engaging them as much as you can on this topic alone. So this mobile app is one of the things that could help with that retention. If they want a mortgage payment, they can go to my mobile app, right? Now, it doesn't sync up where I'm getting notifications when someone's looking for that, but now they've got my information and we can get them back to you. If they engage with us, we can get them back to you. So we're here to help the cause. So this agent advantage, none of this costs you any money. It takes you 5 minutes. The cost is a 5-minute time commitment to figure out how to sign up and upload your picture and the logo for Remax. That's the agent advantage. This is the mobile app I was talking about. Just gonna go through this real quick. Just some of the advantages. Again, this is just free stuff that we're doing for you. I'm sure you're all at information overload when you started. You onboarded, all the trainings that you go through, all invaluable stuff. So what we're offering here is just simply to complement what you're already doing. If you just invest the 5 minutes, if you do nothing else with it, there are things happening for you behind the scenes. If you wanna plug into some of the stuff, great. See, that's our updated pre-approvals. Loan status monitor, if you sign up for this stuff, you should be getting loan status on clients. When we've already got a deal in, we don't wanna be talking to each other anymore once we put a loan in the process. I want you out there getting another deal. I don't want you worrying about the deal that's happening that's already in. But if you want updates, you can get your updates as we move a file, as a file goes into underwriting, as a file gets approved, as the appraisal comes in, you know, as we get close to closing, as the closing documents go out. These are all things that you, I would imagine, would wanna be interested in. You can get these things just sent to you automatically as updates. You could always turn the updates off if you wanted to, but I would sign up for this one. Alerts on the flash close. There's a lot of other tools. I'm not gonna get into the other tools, but these are just some of the simple pieces. I'm missing something. Oh, single property websites. If you're signed up for Agent Advantage, it ties into the GSMLS. When you have a listing come up, we're gonna generate a post, social media post. It generates a single property website that we'll post on your behalf. So, I'm not an influencer, as they say, out in the social media world, but, I do have, 1,000+ friends on Facebook, and I'm posting stuff, so you never know. And, you see me out tagging agents at open houses. I'm just trying to help gain some press for you all. So these are just free things that are happening behind the scenes. It's just another hit, on the web for you. Whether somebody ever sees it or not, I don't know. But it's just free stuff that happens. And then, of course, all the marketing flyers that we have access to that has to do with the mortgage stuff. So,
keep in mind, our whole team, signed up with Pete, so if we see a home, we're also sending it to our friends on our friend list. Like, you'll see, I'm always like commenting on your homes, for example, but there's other people in our office too. It's all going to our friends too, as long as I can do the single property site. You know, as long as you provide your GSMLS ID, not just your license number, GSMLS ID.
When you sign up for Agent Advantage.
Yes,
Yeah.
cause some people have signed up, but they didn't have their GSMLS ID, so
Okay.
therefore I don't get an alert on any listings.
Gotcha.
I'm
Okay.
just looking at the board to see their listings.
Okay.
And Carmella can do some great flyers for your open houses, it's not just the mortgage rate sheet.
Mhm. Realtor flyers, I have a book up front, has GR on it, and it gives you some samples of flyers.
Is it,
Yep, that's it.
when you're, if you sit in the front desk,
Mhm.
or at any point, feel free to leave through.
Or
Again, I know
call
you've
me.
got a lot of information, Remax offers a lot of tools as well.
Mhm.
The sign-in sheet, like we have a sign-in sheet, but, you know, I like the sign-in sheet, it syncs up to,
Katie Core.
thank you.
Mhm.
You know, it has a CRM, we have a CRM as well. I'm not suggesting that you use any of that stuff, but we've got a host of tools. I'll probably only touch the tip of the iceberg on some of the other things. Also trainings, you know, Ty Pennington, you know, everybody knows the name, you know, was spokesperson for Guaranteed Rate. HGT, the professional is doing, you know, doing stuff, there's trainings and seminars geared just for realtors. You know, if you feel like you're not getting enough information, we can provide more. So we're investing in our partners, you are our partners, so, please, sign up for this, let's get signed up for this.
I was saying that, that's all.
Carmela's gonna send a link out with instructions.
Nick, you're signed up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
I
you are.
think there might be only one person in this room that's not signed
Oh,
up.
Carmela will double check.
I think we
Maybe
just
one.
need
I know
help
I
with
signed
You're signed
doing
up.
that
What's
whole
the
mortgage
app?
calculator bit.
I have to get you the app.
A lot of
Okay.
people
I'll
do
forward
get
it to you,
flyers,
I'll try to forward it to you,
but
otherwise I'll get Keith
I
to
didn't know
forward
about
it to
that
you.
mortgage calculator
Okay.
thing, so.
But everything
Alright.
that's on the
I guess we
desktop will
have
be
a
on the
little-
app.
If Carmela
Yes, you
teaches
have-
me how to do it, then I
We'll do
can
it on-
teach
It's a GR,
everybody
it's a
else,
red
I can set
arrow.
everybody else,
So
just
we
teach
check-
me and I'll do
so
it for everybody else.
Alright.
No, I mean, we have to share it with you, you can't just look it up. So, yeah,
Alright,
I don't know if
well-
I can share his, I might have to get Keith to share it too.
Yeah, I'm
Well-
signed up, but not with the app.
Okay, I'm gonna share my app. With you. That's,
Share it with everybody.
yeah, I'll share it. Great. Any questions? And does anybody wanna stick around and go over any dialogue stuff or any clients that you have in mind right now? I can stick around for a little bit longer.
I'm around too, if you have any questions about GR
Okay.
Advantage, lot of tools.
And if you aren't sure if you signed up for Agent Advantage, or if they didn't put the, although most people put the, was it the ID number?
I think some of the new agents, they didn't have a GSMLS ID.
Could you show that?
Yeah, we're gonna try to do everybody
Oh, okay.
while I'm here.